Hello YouTube, I am continuing with my long tedious speech or sermon, and this is the second part. They deserve to know, Number 1, they deserve I know not what. Yahweh alone knows truly what justice should be measured out to anyone, and it is Yahweh alone who knows exactly what one needs to be perfectly grown and matured, becoming the very peak of the fullness of who he or she truly is, so that divine justice never stands in the way. It makes no objection against Yahweh's using his power at any moment to tear down and then build them up. Yeah, on the contrary, justice calls aloud for an infinite restoration and redemption of all of Yahweh's children. Divine justice says of the tree that brings forth such grapes, even though many grapes grow on vines, all the trees of the field will know that I am Yahweh. I make the high tree low. I make the high tree low. I raise up the low tree. I make the green tree wither. So making the high tree low would make that tree low. So he raises up the low tree. So the high tree he makes low and then raises up. I make the green tree wither. So the green tree gets dry. And I make the dry tree sprout. So after the green tree gets dry, he makes it sprout. I, Yahweh, have spoken, and I will do it. From Ezekiel chapter 17, verse 24. The covering of divine love is every moment safeguarding over their heads, and it is nothing but the hand of arbitrary wisdom and Yahweh's mere will that allows any difficulty, any hardship, any pain or agony to test, refine, and mold and shape all of them into beings far too wonderful for mortal eyes to even dare glance upon. Number 2, they are already undergoing a great many trials and tribulations, difficulties both mild and severe, all designed to strengthen and grow them in ways unimaginable to the mortal mind. After all, there is no longer any condemnation for those who are in Yeshua HaMashiach, or commonly known as Jesus Christ. They do not justly deserve to be cast down thither, which is a musical instrument, a thither. But the sentence I am about to say is of the Torah of Yahweh, that eternal and immutable rule of uprightness that Yahweh has, that is all about him or for mankind, is fixed for all eternity, is properly interpreted by Yeshua, and is beneficial for them, and stands with them, so that they are bound over already to redemption. See 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verses 5 through 6. For there is one Yahweh of Elohim, and one intermediary between Yahweh and humanity, Mashiach Yeshua, himself human, who gave himself as a ransom for all, revealing Yahweh of Elohim's purpose at his appointed time, so that every unconverted man will, in due time, come to a knowledge of the truth. That is his place. From thence, which is similar to offense, he is bound for redemption, according to 1 Timothy 2 verses 4, chapter 2 verse 4, or 1 Timothy, since he desires all people to be saved and to come to a knowledge of the truth. And if you remember, he says that he will do all his desire. And thither, again referring to the musical instrument, he is bound. It is the place that justice and Yahweh's irrefutable message and the sentence that I spoke earlier of his unchangeable Torah, all pointing towards Yeshua HaMashiach and him being Yahweh's means of ultimate reconciliation assigned to him. Now that's kind of a long drawn-out sentence with a lot of parts, so if you need me to, I will write it down so that you can dissect it and actually figure out what the heck it's talking about. They are now the objects of that very same love and passionate compassion of Yahweh that is expressed in the Ketbeh HaKodesh, or the separate writings, or the Bible, of Yahweh. And the reason why they do not go down to hell, or with the grave, at each moment is, well, for one thing, people are appointed to die once and then to face judgment, or to face what Yahweh is going to decide to do with them, to build them up and give them life. From Hebrews chapter 9 verse 27. And also because Yahweh, in whose power they are, is not then very angry with them, as he is not with many poor miserable creatures now in hell, or better known as the grave, who there feel and know nothing, awaiting the experience of new life and the fierceness of his love. Yeah, Yahweh is a great deal more angry with anything and anyone who harms his children in great numbers that are now on earth, which can, and often does, include the children themselves, though any anger towards them is supremely tempered by his all-consuming love. Yea, doubtless, with many that are now in this world who maybe are at ease, than he is with many of those who are now going through the flames of adversity. So that it is not because Yahweh is unmindful of their wickedness, and does not condone it, that he does not let loose his hand and cut them off. Yahweh is not altogether such an one as, that's a typo, such a one as themselves, though they may imagine him to be so. The passion of Yahweh burns for them, their restoration does not slumber. The age is prepared, the home is made ready, the love is now hot, ready to receive them. The flames of passion do now rage and glow. I can't do it. Sorry, let me compose myself for my long, tedious speech. I'm trying, seriously, I'm trying. The glittering water is... I can't, I'm trying so hard. Hold on, trying really hard. Let me get a stern face, wait. The glittering... Wait, sorry, I'm sorry. Just wait. Stern. The glittering water is wet, and even if held over them and poured out, cannot quench the fiery passion of a love so pure. The pity hath opened up its mouth to breathe new life into them. The devil falls already to fall under them, and tries to seize them as his own, and at what moment, that's again a typo, at which moment, Yahweh shall permit him, but only for so long, just for a little, to try and test them, and build them up, though they see it not. They do not belong to him, meaning the devil. He, meaning Yahweh, has their whole selves in his possession, and under their dominion will be all that is against them. They are Yahweh's, see Exodus chapter 19, verse 5. The scripture represents them as his children, see Acts chapter 17, verse 28. Yahweh watches over them. He is ever by them at their right hand. He stands waiting for them, like a proud, loving father that sees his children, and expects to have to discipline them, but are for all intents and purposes present in their perfected state with him. He, being beyond the constraints of time, and his incredible magnificence is kept back, so that they can grow and be refined, till they reach their state of incredible reflection of Yahweh's beautiful likeness. If Yahweh should withdraw his hand, by which they are protected, and entropy is restrained, they would in one moment fly open, their poor whole selves, whole no longer. The old enemy death is gaping for them. Hell, the grave, opens its mouth wide to receive them, and if Yahweh should permit it, they would hastily be swallowed up and lost. But thanks be to Yahweh of Elohim, who gives us the victory through our Master Yeshua HaMashiach. A quote from 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 57. Again, so that at the name of Yeshua every knee will bow, in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and every tongue confess that Yeshua HaMashiach is Master, to the awesome importance of Yahweh the Father. Philippians chapter 2, verse 10. Okay, and I'm just, wait, let me see, let me check my time. Oh, I've got a little while left. Let me go over. There's a lot more, but I don't even know if I'm going to mess with this. I'm getting kind of tired. Let me see if there's anything noteworthy in here. What was that? What was that? What was that? Oh, here we go. The God that holds you over the pit of hell, much as one holds a spider or some loathsome insect. Of course, it's obviously not referring to like a butterfly or some really cool looking beetle. Beetle. What's a beetle? Beetle. Really cool looking beetle, but a loathsome insect. So if you like insects, I'm not sure if that would apply, but anyways. Over the, or some loathsome insect over the fire abhors you and is dreadfully dreadful. In fact, he's so terrible that he's not even God. At least not mine. Okay, oh, there's something. What's this? Yeah, there is nothing else that is to be given as a reason why you do not this very moment drop down into hell. Except that you're alive. Let's see. What was that? No. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Oh, here's something. And you, little children, this is a message to little children, who are unconverted and are probably much too young and impressionable to have such propaganda filling your heads. Do not you know that to hell... Hold on. Do not you know that to hell down going you are, to wrath dreadful bear the of that God? Woo, buddy. Who is now angry with you every day and every night and every day? Gonna love the hurting away. Sorry. By the way, that's a quote from the song Romancing the Stone from back in the 80s. Will you be content to be the children of the devil, or wouldst thou rather not be children of the corn? When so many other children in the land are perverted, and are become, that's a typo again, that's have become, the wholly unhappy children of the thing of things, that abominable, nebulous, nefarious slanderer of the ever-loving name above all names, Yahweh, and his supremely exalted Son, Yeshua. Sorry if some of that didn't make sense. Sorry. Okay, then I come down to the questions that I've asked previously. Is the Almighty real? If so, is he, she genuinely good, kind, loving, and caring, or not? And just what is his plan, and just what does he desire? Some of that I think has been answered. Let me see how I'm doing time. I'm sure I'm over. I am over. Okay, I have to wrap this up. I am going to wrap this up, complete my long, tedious speech, my sermon, on the next video. And until then, be loved. Stern face.